Alright guys, just saying here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the Carnival LR Metal Cooler. Because of course we are checking out all the LRs from the latest worldwide download celebration. And we just finished the showcases for the Part 1 LRs. So now we're moving on to the Part 2 LRs. And this Metal Cooler definitely is still very good. He has a very, very good revive condition to where this guy specifically just needs to be the one that dies. And other than that, that's it, right? So there's no turn restriction, there's no HP restriction. You can just throw this guy in the line of fire. You know, he takes the attack that just completely one-shots you, and then bam, you get the revive off. So definitely a very easy thing to get, and it is very useful. And this guy can get some pretty impressive levels of stats too once you build up with him, and his teams definitely are very good as well. But yeah, before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, feel free to like and subscribe. Also keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to any part, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's get right into it. So on this opening rotation, we have double support, and we are going to have 3 out of 7 links, but we are missing big bad bosses, so just keep that in mind because, of course, that is a very crucial link. But yeah, again, we got support from both coolers, so just a good rotation overall. And start of turn, we are at 308k defense, so that might seem just a little low, but you do have to keep in mind he does build up to an additional 60% attack and defense. With every attack he receives, he gets 15% attack and defense for a max of 60%. And then he does also get 30% defense on every super attack effect. So, you know, his defense obviously is going to get a lot better after he supers. And then he does also get 100% attack on his 18 key. So additionals are just going to do a lot of damage because of that. But alright, pretty solid attack stat considering we aren't fully built up. We did one-shot the first phase because, of course, we have type advantage. And as you saw right there, we were also massively lowering defense. Now, lowering defense really isn't the craziest ability, if I'm being honest with you, but still, I mean, it's there, right? It's worth mentioning. Now, on this rotation, we are going to have, okay, we're going to have 5 out of 7 links, so we're going to have big bad bosses this time, and also we have support from the, what is it, Cooliza, I think is his name, and then also from the Metal Cooler Army, so a little bit of a better rotation, yeah, a little bit of a jump in terms of our defense. Still pretty good. I mean, that might not seem the craziest to you, but you'd also have to keep in mind we have a 70% chance to nullify unarmed super attacks. That is a nullification, by the way, not a dodge. So even if the enemy does cancel dodging, you can still get that off. And that is very useful. A 70% chance is very reliable. And then also, if you don't get it, you have the revive. So then, you know, you can just, if you die, it doesn't really matter. You could just get that. And then, you know, you'll be fine. You can revive. You could pop the active skill. And this guy can just really start cooking really quickly. I mean, he's a really good LR. I think in some situations, like if you get the revive off, and then, or if you got a revive off with another unit, because that could be an issue with this guy, is if another unit needs to revive more than him, then it can be kind of difficult to utilize him, because if you put him in the line of fire, then you'll die, and then obviously if another unit already used the revive, or if this guy already used his revive, you can't get it again. So that can be kind of difficult, but in shorter content to where you could just kind of like, you know, for the first phase, put this guy in slot 1, let him build up, and then, you know, obviously if you die, you die, but then on the next time you have him, he'll be fully built up, and you can put him in slot 2, and then after super, he should be looking fairly good, at least in terms of tanking normals, but I guess we'll see, because right here we are going to be fully built up, but we still don't have big bad bosses active. I only brought 1 big bad bosses unit. It was pretty stupid. I probably should have brought another one for this cooler, but I mean, it is what it is. On the next rotation, we'll see the other LR Metal Cooler built up a little bit more, so he'll be looking really good. But we still have a lot of support. Now, I don't want to undermine that. We've got double cooler support still on this rotation. So we're going to be looking good, especially now that we are fully built up. And we are at a 8.6 million attack stat. I mean, yeah, that is pretty solid. This guy doesn't outright have any like additionals or crits built in. But still, that is impressive. He does have a lot of HP recovery going on in this kit too, which is really good actually. Not only when you revive, do you just get full HP, right? Just a full recovery. But at the start of turn, you do get 10% HP, and then if HP is 50% or less, then you get an additional 10% HP. And then also you do get 5% HP when there's another character whose name includes Metal Cooler attacking in the same turn, which we do have that on the team, obviously. And that is pretty useful. I think you are going to be surrounding him with a lot of Metal Coolers for the most part, because his leader skill, as long as you're running his team, by the way, but his leader skill is Wicked Bloodline, which, of course, I mean, you know, there's a lot of coolers on here. That's not Wicked Bloodline. There's a lot of coolers on here. You know, you got a lot of Friezas. Just a lot of good units in general. You know, you've got the LR 5th form cooler. You've got Golden Frieza. And some solid free-to-play options as well. So, really, just a good category overall. And I could see it getting a lot better if we get like a Dokkan Fest Frieza. I don't know, maybe for like Golden Week, right? From the Namek Saga. So definitely a good leader skill considering it's just 200% across the board. But anyway, I do want to mention a little over 500k defense start of turn. That is really crazy considering we have the revive. You know, we're healing a lot. We get 30% defense on super attack effect. And also we have the great chance to nullify unarmed super attacks. But damn, a little over 10 million. So yeah, I mean, once you're fully built up with him, his damage can get up there, right? And we crit for a little over 8 million. Yeah, that is pretty good. But alright, on this rotation, we're not going to have big bad bosses. So without big bad bosses, alright, yeah, we're a little over 400k defense. So almost 100k drop off in defense. And I'm pretty sure that's just because we lost big bad bosses, right? So that just goes to show you, man, big bad bosses you gotta have it, right? If a unit has big bad bosses, I hate to say it because I know a lot of you probably don't like link leveling, and I don't blame you. It can get pretty boring. But big bad bosses units, you kind of have to link level, right? I mean, that's what I've been doing with my link level team. I just got done link leveling all the EZAs we're going to see for the 8th year anniversary. So I just put like a ton of big bad bosses units on there, just so if I ever have to use them, of course I can use them to their like max power because I got big bad bosses link level 10. But anyway, he does have a good link set outside of big bad bosses. He also has Thirst for Conquest, which is pretty good. That's going to make it to where he links really well with a lot of other like freezes and coolers. He's got auto regeneration, which you're not really going to be getting too often if you're not running him with another cooler. But if you are, you get 5% HP regeneration, which just goes on top of all of his other HP regeneration, which is a lot, as we already established. And then you do get 5% damage reduction. So that is pretty crazy. That'll just make it to where, you know, tanking normals will be a lot more easier because, of course, the 5% damage reduction. Now, all right, what we'll do, yeah, so we'll nuke with him on this rotation, and then we'll probably call it in here, and then we'll take him the red zone stage. But again, a little over 500k defense start of turn. Definitely very good. I mean, his start of turn defense can look all right if you consider he has the revive. If you consider, of course, he's got the 70 chance to nullify unarmed supers. And, you know, he gets 30% defense on super as well. So if you throw him in slot 2, what defensively we would be around 700k. Which by itself, that's not the craziest necessarily. I mean, that is tanking double digits from most enemies, right? Maybe like, I don't know, Broly's normals might hit you for like 10k at most. But for the most part, you are taking double digits from most hard-hitting enemies' normals. And that's good, but like supers are still probably going to kill you. Which is why him having the, you know, 70% chance to nullify unarmed super attacks and then having the revive is so crucial because he does kind of need that to be good. But anyway, we got really lucky with key spheres right there. Got a full field. Typically don't get that in my videos. And we have a ton of support. We're fully built up. And we got a lot of links active as well. Which, oh, this is an unarmed super attack, right? One could only assume it is. So why did we not get that off there? I don't know, maybe it's like an other or something. But anyway, our attack stat is, yeah, basically 25 million. That's crazy. I love nuking with units because then you get to see this. And it's just pure destruction. Alright, well, the actual damage was like 5 million, but it's because we have type disadvantage, of course. But alright, with all that shown, I guess we can cut to the Broly fight. I do want to get his nullification, so I might record a little bit early in the Broly fight just to get the nullification in the video. But yeah, with all that shown, again, let's cut to the Broly fight. Alright, so we are here fighting Red Zone Broly, and as I said, I wanted to start recording a little earlier, so here we are in the first phase. We're going to run him next to the LR 5th form cooler, because they do definitely work as a rotation. As you can see, 5 out of 7 links. Now, we are missing auto regeneration, which definitely is kind of bad, right? Because I did say that was 5% HP regeneration, and then some damage reduction, which, of course, the damage reduction, you know, is very important, right? That's 5%. But, well, I don't want to say it's very important, but it's nice if you have it, right? An extra 5% damage reduction on top of what we saw he hit like 700k defense in his best turn. Definitely is very good. So can we get the nullification? We can. All right. I had a feeling Broly was going to super in slot 1. I'm glad I put him in there. So yeah, there you go. 0 damage. Definitely very good to have. Very useful. I mean, you know, if you get it, you're avoiding a lot of damage because, you know, supers from hard-hitting enemies are definitely going to hit him hard, right? Because his defense can get good for normals, but for supers, he's just not that guy. He's going to take way too much damage, and, you know, it'll affect you. But then him having things like the nullification and then the revive definitely make it a lot better. to where, you know, he'll be able to tank those. And in this case, be able to take absolutely no damage, which was very useful. So, yeah, definitely very useful there. I think this guy having those abilities is just going to make it to where he's going to age very well. I mean, I know some people that bring this guy in easy A's without a leader skill. They just bring him there just because, you know, if they need someone to get, like, caught or something, or someone to just, like, throw in slot 1, excuse me, then they could just throw the cooler there, you know, they revive, and then you can get a little bit of a better setup. But, I mean, I did bring Golden Frieza in the Broly event, so hopefully this will go a little bit better. I had to switch up the team just a bit because a lot of the support units weren't really that crazy. But we do still have one support unit. As you saw, we had the free-to-play cooler on that first rotation. And then, did I bring another? I don't think I brought... Yeah, no, I didn't bring another. Because I didn't bring the STR Easy A cooler. Because he needs to stack up. So I figured I'll just, like, you know, leave him off the team. Because we already need to make sure this guy stacks up. But, okay, honestly, you know what? I was going to cut, but we really don't have to cut. We can just blow through this, like, this event, right? Because our team is very good. We've got a lot of LRs. This Golden Frieza should just finish it right here. And if I still have nuking items, I mean, I could just use it just because, right? Just to kind of get to the final phase quicker. Well, 5.7. I forgot this Frieza does need to build up, so his attack stats aren't really going to be insanely high for the first couple turns, right? But then once he does his supers, he starts to look really crazy. I think this Golden Frieza has to receive 5 attacks to get that 50% attack buff. And then does he have to do 5 supers to get the 50% defense? It's either 5 supers or 5 attacks. I'll have to double check on that. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we could just do this, actually. This will work out. Because a Metal Cooler army will absolutely be able to tank in slot 1 because they have type advantage. And then, yeah, this Cooler, he's going to take 1 attack, or a couple of attacks, actually, before he takes the super in slot 2. So he'll be able to be fully built up if he's not already, which I don't think he is, before we actually receive the super. And I'm not sure if this Broly does an unarmed super, but if he does, obviously we can get the nullification in the video again, which I guess the more the merrier, so that would be good. But if not, I would be curious how much damage he's taking. Because this phase of Broly doesn't really hit that hard, but you definitely can get caught with him, right? I mean, I'm sure you've played Red Zone, or you played this event, and you know Red Zone Broly doesn't really play around in any of his phases except for like the first. Because this phase definitely can be pretty difficult. But okay, we are fully built up, I'm pretty sure. And we did get the nullification, which sucks. I was actually kind of curious how much we were going to take from that. But, I mean, yeah, as you can see, 0 damage. So definitely very good there. And then LR 5th Form Cooler will just clean up. What was that, 8.7? Yeah, so he should kill right here if he gets somewhat lucky with additionals. Okay, we got 1. Can we crit? I'll take a crit. I'll take a crit and then 2 more additional super crits. And then we should be able to kill. Okay, or not. We just got 1 more additional crit. I'm going to throw... Well, because I think I have a Scouter active still. Oh, I didn't bring any nuking items. Okay, I'm going to throw Cooler in slot 1 so he can build up. And then with all the attacks, you know, he should build up and then he should be able to kill. And then I'm going to put this Cooler on rotation with the Metal Cooler. Because, of course, the free-to-play Cooler does support the Metal Cooler. And they do also share Thirst for Conquest, which is 15% attack and defense. So definitely still pretty important there. All right, so yeah, we are fully built up. We're at a 24 key super. 9.77 without big bad bosses. Well, actually, without quite a few links. We only had 3 right there. That's pretty impressive. I mean, yeah, this Cooler, even without big bad bosses, can still look good. But, of course, you know, you want to make sure he has that. But, all right, yeah, we should be able to kill here. We are most definitely going to get the revive in the video because the AoE phase of Broly is going to kill us. I think I can say that for sure. Is he going to super right here? I don't know if I have the item popped, actually. I probably should pop the Scouter again. We can do the active skill, because why not? Let me make sure I have this skip off. I actually have not seen this in a while. I didn't personally pull this Metal Cooler on my main account, so I don't ever get to, like, you know, see his animations that often. So let's go ahead and play this. God, is it bad every time that I see Metal Cooler on Namek? All I think of is the Dragon Ball Abridged movie. Like, I can't even think of the normal movie. I just think of the Dragon Ball Abridged movie. But anyway, all right, we'll put him in slot 1. We're still probably going to die right here. All right, so we are back fighting Red Zone Broly, and we do have a setup to where I'm like 90% sure we're going to die and get the revive right here. I do think this phase of Broly would probably one-shot us, even though it is after we super. So yeah, actually, we're going to be pushing a 700k defense, but Broly hits for like, what, 1.5? So that should still just barely kill us, I think. I'm not even worried about this Dokkan mode. I don't want to accidentally kill. I don't think this Metal Cooler army would, but I don't know. With the Dokkan mode and a bunch of crits, it's definitely possible, so I just won't even bother with it. So yeah, I mean, if we double super right here with the Carnival LR Metal Cooler, I guess that'd be good, because we get to see him take a little bit less damage, but I still think we would die. But I just don't want to double super just to be safe. But still, his damage is going to be pretty crazy right here, because we have a lot of links. We don't have any support, but still, with the Metal Cooler army, we share, what was it, 5 out of 7 links? So yeah, as you can see, almost 12 million right there. I mean, even without crits and additionals, his damage can look pretty solid. So, alright, we're taking a couple of attacks before the super. And then, yeah, with the super, is this going to kill us? Hopefully it does, just so we can get the revive in the video. But I think this will. I think. I'm like 90% sure. Okay, alright. Just barely, but alright. Well, anyway, on this next rotation, we'll probably get supered, and then we can see Metal Cooler obviously die from that, and then get the revive in the video. But, okay, yeah, just barely. So he did tank a super from Broly, which, that's kind of impressive, right? And then look, we max healed too. Oh my god, I just can't die with this guy. Okay. So, because it's before we super, we might die. Let's find out, right? We'll see. But surviving a super from Red Zone Broly is pretty impressive. I mean, he can become pretty tanky, right? So, alright, hopefully we die right here. I think this will just barely do enough damage to kill. I think. Maybe. We'll see. Because remember, you know, we get the 30% defense on super. Okay. Alright, well, I'm just going to cut to when we're actually getting the revive. Alright, so we're here fighting Cell Max. Had to switch up the event we brought him in just because Broly wasn't doing it. We just kept on just killing Broly just because the team was way too good. So we didn't get the revive off at any point. But Cell Max does hit a little bit harder in terms of his super attack. So I think even though we are getting our super off first, I'm pretty sure Cell Max would still just one-shot us. So we can get the revive off right here. But if we double super, we might survive. Okay, we didn't double super. I was a little worried we were for a second there. Okay, so can this kill us? It can. Perfect. All right, let's play this. Yeah, I mean, very useful, good animation, but very useful because as you saw, we took a little over 1 million damage from that super. So being able to avoid something like that and then come back with full health is definitely very good. And also, you can pop the active skill once you use the revive too. That is one of the conditions for it. So, you know, you revive, pop the active skill, do a lot of damage, and he could just be looking really good overall. So now that we finally got the revive animation in the video, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. Alright, so here we have Infinite Terror Metal Cooler. So starting off with his leader skill, it is Wicked Bloodline, category Ki +3, HP attack and defense plus 200%. So a good leader skill, just 200% across the board to Wicked Bloodline. It's pretty useful. That definitely is a very solid category. And then his super attack effect is on his 12 key. He raises defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage, and then greatly lowers attack. Definitely very good there for like Super Battle Road and stuff like that. And then on his 18 key, he massively raises attack for 1 turn, and then raises defense for 1 turn, and then does mega colossal damage, and then massively lowers defense. So the 100% attack for 1 turn is pretty useful. I guess that'll make it to where additionals just hit a lot harder, so I guess that is pretty good there. He recovers 10% HP at the start of turn, and if HP is 50% or less, he recovers an additional 10% HP. He gets 2 key in attack and defense plus 130%, and then an additional defense boost up to 100% the more HP remaining. And then this guy gets an additional 1 key up to 4, and then attack and defense plus 15% up to 60% with each attack received. And then he recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn in which an attack was received, and then he recovers an additional 5% HP when there's another ally on the rotation whose name includes Metal Cooler. And then he has a great chance to nullify unarmed supers, and then he obviously has the revive when the character is KO'd. So a really good passive, a lot of attack and defense, and a lot of HP regeneration. I don't think I mentioned this when I was talking about his HP regeneration earlier. So yeah, just keep in mind there's another 10% HP regeneration, which it really just starts to get crazy, especially because he has some healing in his links. And then this guy's active skill condition is that it greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, and then, what do you know, yet again, more HP regeneration. So very good there, especially because this is 30%, so very high number. And then the condition for the active skill is that it can be activated from the 5th turn from start of battle if the character receives 7 or more attacks, or after the revive is activated, so pretty solid effect, not really the worst. And then his links are Big Bad Bosses, Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Auto Regeneration, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. And then his categories are Wicked Bloodline, Resurrected Warriors, Movie Bosses, Artificial Life Forms, Terrifying Conquerors, Target Goku, Revenge, Corroded Body and Mind, Accelerated Battle, Power of Absorption, and then Power of Revival. So definitely a very good unit overall. Let me know what you guys are thinking about him down in the comments. Let me know how many copies you have of him, because of course he's only been on his initial release banner at this point for Global. So you've only had one opportunity to pull him. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.